My name is Jensen. Let's learn some UiPath. Today we will see how we can solve the RPA challenge number 4 about JSON parsing. We are giving a JSON file here. We can download it, and I did, and I downloaded it and opened it into a notepad. The first important conclusion we can see is that we have a JSON array, and we can see that's this by these square brackets in the beginning and the end. We can also see that each entry is separated by a comma. So this is an entry, this is an entry, and this is an entry. So we got 3 entries. Each entry consists of some information, first name, last name, and we can see here that we actually have an array in an array. So we got this phone number, and that's an array. We only got one entry, that's this entry here, with type and a number. Here, however, we got 2 entries in the inner array, that's a home and a mobile, as well as here. The mission of today is that we want to write out a line with name, age and mobile for persons that are over 30 years old and do have a mobile number. So for example, this guy is over 30, but he doesn't have a mobile, so that's a pass. This guy here is not over 30, so we can discard him right there. But he had a mobile, but it's a discard anyway. He's not over 30. This guy is actually a woman. She's over 30 and she does have a mobile number, so this one will be a pass. We want to create a workflow that can automate this process for us. And by the way, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get all the new videos about UiPath and RPA. Let's get started. We go to UiPath. First we click Manage Packages. We click All Packages, and then we want to click Web Activities here, click Install, and then click Save, and then wait a few seconds and hear me talk. By the way, open up UiPath yourself and do the operations with me. You will learn a lot from that. Just pause the video, it's designed for that. So now we got an empty canvas here. We want to read the text file. This JSON that we downloaded, we want to read that. So find a read text file, drag it in, choose the directory here, click the folder, then we find it. I placed mine on the desktop here, input JSON, and we can output it to a string. So go over to output, content, Control K, str, JSON, like this. So now we read it and output it into a string. We can go down to variables and inspect it. We can indeed see that it's true. Then we want to deserialize it, so taking it from a string to an object so we can work with it. So find deserialize, and that's why we installed a package to have this function. And remember, it's a JSON array like we established. So drag in the JSON array, not the JSON. And the input, that's just a string that we created up here. So str JSON, and then we'll create a JSON array here in the output. So Control K. We can just call this JSON array. Like this. You can call it whatever you want. We can go down to variables and see that we indeed created a JSON array. So let's write, then we need a for each, and let's write out first a loop that will print out all first names just to see how the syntax is. So search for each, drag it in. The first thing we need to change is in the type argument, click the object here, browse for types. Then we will drag it in and search for J object. That's this guy. Click OK. Then we want to loop through each item in this JSON array. Sorry, Control space and JSON array here. So now we're looping through and we set it to JSON object. Let me delete this body. And what's smart now is that because of this we have this inner array, we want to ask if the person is older than 30 first, and then we can discard it right away. So we make an if, and afterwards we will ask about this inner array. But let's see how we write out an entry from the JSON file. So JSON paths, we can just have a write line, and let's write out the first name. That's just item, then quotation marks, first name, to string. So this one will loop through all entries and write out all 3 first name. So that's the syntax. We wait a bit, and we can see down here in output that we created all 3 first names, John, John and Maria. So far so good. Let me delete this again, and we want to make the if that asks if the age is over 30, then we can do something. So if, drag it in, and what we do here is that we need to, because when we take it out from this JSON, it will be in a string, so we need to convert it to an integer, and we can do that by saying cint, like this, and then we will just use the syntax as before, so item, parentheses, quotation marks, age, to string, like this. And then we'll ask if this one is older than 30, so it's bigger than 30, then we can go to the next step. So now we sorted out the age thing, then we can begin to think about if there's a mobile number. And what we'll do is that we'll make another for each that loops through each item in the phone number. And if there is a type called mobile, then we can write out what we're supposed to. So when we go here, we need to have a for each in this for each, like a nested for each. So drag this for each again. Let me delete this body again. First, we will mark the for each. We'll go over to type argument and change it to a J object again. And by the way, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. That will really help me a lot. So now we are here. Let's call this something else so we not have the same item. We can call this number item. So we make a for each, and we want to loop through each item phone number. So we have the item, that was this we created up here in this loop, and then we want to loop through each item in this phone number. So what we'll do here is that we'll just say item phone number, like we did before with name and like we did with age up here. So for each item in item phone number, then we want to do something. What do we want to do? We want to ask if the type is mobile, because if this type here, if there's a mobile, so if there's a type here mobile, remember we loop through each item. So if there's a mobile, then we have a match, like then the person is both older than 30 and have a mobile phone. So what we'll do is that we'll drag in another if, like this, and here we will just say like number item type equals mobile, right? Because then we will know that if there's mobile, and we just need a toString here, sorry, like this, and then we know that we passed both of them, and we can write out the line that we're supposed to, that we want to write out name, age, and mobile for the persons. So let's write out this line, because when we are here, we passed both conditions, and we can write out the solution. Let me open the expression editor up here. So first, we will have the first name and last name. We'll have space in between, but so that'll be the item. Remember, we got them from up here. So item, then first name toString. Then we'll have a space, and item last name. Like this. So now we printed out the name, then we want the age, so that will be the same syntax, but let's write a comma in a space, and then plus, and then we'll have the item age toString, and finally we can write out the phone number, and first let's have a comma and a space in between, like this. And what we'll need to do here is that we will get the number from this for each, and we will not be writing out the type, because then it will just say mobile, but we want to write out the number, because we are here in this entry, in this for loop here, down here. So we just want to write out the number. And what we'll do is that we'll say number item, like this, and then we'll just say number toString. So this one should solve the challenge. We write out the name, age, and number for each individual which is older than 30 and have a mobile number. Let's try to run it and verify that it is indeed a good solution. We will wait a bit, and now we ran, And we go here and we can see that we indeed completed the mission. We wrote out Maria Smith, 34 years of age, and a phone number. So that's it, we solved it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel to get all the new videos about UiPath and RPA. Have a good day, bye bye.